Staying on Latin America, Chile's second-term president, Michelle Bachelet, has pledged to ramp up social spending. But despite an impressive reduction in poverty in the past 2 decades, Chile's income gap remains one of the highest in the world. Dan Collins is live now for us in Santiago. And Dan, these plans, how do they undermine or how do they help Chile's competitive advantage?
Well, Phil, to give you an idea, Chile grew 5.2% in 2012. It's expected to have grown by around 4.5% by the end of this year, and some economists are predicting it could grow less than 4% next year. So growth is slowing, and although that's healthy growth in many countries around the world, for one of Latin America's tiger economies, well, they're not too happy about it. It has to do with external factors, the global economy, the price of copper. Chile is the #1 copper producer in the world, but of course, business leaders and particularly the political opposition here don't think it's a good time to raise corporate taxes and start pumping money into social spending. Free university education and tax reform will be at the top of Bachelet's agenda once she takes office in March 2014. The popular leader has also pledged to improve healthcare, raise pensions and the minimum wage. But her $15 billion public spending plan comes just as Chile's economy is slowing. Bachelet has caused ripples in the region's strongest and most open economy by insisting that Chile needs a more visible state. Her opponents say her economic plans are driving away investment and will slow down growth. Dwindling demand for copper in the world's #1 producer of the red metal, along with a slowdown in China, has some economists here worried. Bachelet's opponents say it's not the right time to raise corporate taxes or change the constitution, which was rewritten in the 80s to favor big business.
More uncertainty means that there is going to be a less favorable climate for business, and then less investment, and probably less growth and less increases in wages and jobs.
But many defend Bachelet's move to increase state spending.
I can give you a long list of Chilean business people who have clearly said this rise in taxes is perfectly possible and will not affect investment.
Apart from copper, much of which is bound for China, Chile also has rich fish stocks and its wine is world-renowned. Bachelet says her proposed hike in corporate taxes, which could generate revenues for the state equal to around 3% of GDP, is a key part of her strategy to reduce Chile's huge income inequality. As Chile's economy has grown, so has its people's expectations.
Dan, what's next now for Chile's economy?
Well, Phil, the broad economic model won't change. It's the open free market economy, but the redistribution of the wealth which the economy is generating will have to change. There's a popular demand here to reduce the income gap, and of the 34 countries in the OECD, Chile has the widest income gap between the rich and the poor. And to give you an idea, even though wealth has increased quite considerably in the last 20 years, the average wage is around $20,000 per year, but around half the workforce earn less than $500 a month. So there is a huge chasm between rich and poor here. And although simply delivering healthy economic growth is not enough, that's what Sebastián Piñera, the outgoing president of Chile, did, but he wasn't able to manage the demands for a fairer society. And as we've just seen, his political party was resoundingly defeated in the elections. And so perhaps Michelle Bachelet and her coalition have what it takes to make Chile a fairer society and redistribute its wealth better.
Dan Collins, live Santiago, thank you very much. Construction workers for Brazil's upcoming World